Thank you for tuning in to the Pointless Talks podcast. This episode is being brought to you as a part of the many things that Pointless creates. For our returning listeners, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first episode, welcome, get comfortable, and please keep an open mind. Yes, it did take a Category 5 hurricane hitting Jamaica for me to come back on the podcast. Listen, don't rub me out, okay? It didn't take 7 days for me to get here, but considering everything that was going on in my personal life surrounding the hurricane, I had to make sure I swept my front door before I came out. And also, you know what I'm saying, dance a yard before you dance a pride. I had to make sure I was within myself in somewhat of a good standing before I decided to start doing this. For those of you who don't follow my socials, there was a period where I was unable to get in contact with my grandmother, and due to the power of social media, I was able to get in contact with her. All is well on that side. I am privileged. I am blessed. I am so grateful. However, it is not the same for a lot of people within Jamaica. The west side of Jamaica got hit, for those who don't know, by the first ever Category 5 hurricane to hit Jamaica. That was October 28th, 7 days ago. It was a Tuesday. And we are here now. And where we are now is relief, recovery, aid. We the people are trying our best. And, you know, it's one of the things that I'm actually very proud and happy to see is how we've come together. And it's one of the things that I have to keep in the back of my mind, and I want you to keep in the back of my mind if you haven't heard from your relatives. Some of them are in areas where there are no cell service, there is no power, so they don't even know what the other parishes look like or what their even their parish looks like. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandma lives in Westmoreland, and Savlamar, mash up. Like, down the street from where she lives, Church Lincoln, mash up. I heard that it's flat, and I'm like, I haven't heard of any fatalities, thank Jesus, but I heard that the physical damage is bad. Like, I've heard, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? And they don't even know that in parts of Grange Hill, which is within the same, you know, city, whatever, district, whatever it's called. And they're going about their lives making sure that each other is good. The communities are coming together. They're helping each other with repairs, food, shelter. One of the people that helped me find my grandma, I shouldn't even say get in contact with my grandma, his home was messed up. And it's not even like we can send money because Western Union is down right now in more places than one. And a lot of them in those areas don't have like the e-banking thing. So the funds can't go to, you know, like it's a lot of moving parts. And I know the not knowing is the hardest part, which is why I personally am like, I want my platforms to mainly focus on Westmoreland for the sake that I'm not seeing a lot of coverage for Westmoreland. Like, Westmoreland and Hanover, Trelawney too, but I'm seeing some mentions of Trelawney more so than anything. But like, I'm seeing coverage for Westmoreland on like Twitter, and the things that I'm seeing on TikTok are people looking for their relatives in Westmoreland. I'm not seeing that much coverage. Like, I think there's one guy who's going around trying to find relatives, and then there's a Westmoreland group. There's two guys that are doing it that I know of, that are actually legitimately doing it, and that's another subject for another time, because there are people using this as a means to scam people or try to holla at people, which is just another thing. But anyways, before we even get into all of that, first and foremost, there are numerous donation sites throughout the United States where you can go and drop off supplies, food, like, you know, things that they need. There's, you know, of course, there's a bunch in Florida, Miramar, where is it? Miramar. I'm reading from my notepad because there's a lot going on. There's more than I'm going to say because I don't know everything, but the information that's coming across my platforms, I am sharing them. So there are drop-off locations in Florida, Miramar Police Headquarters, and all of this is online. Like, if you go online and you type it in, if you go to, whose account was this? The Jamaica Embassy, DC, there's a bunch of different accounts that are sharing this. Fire stations throughout Florida, Miramar Parkway, Fire Station 19, Fire Station 107, 84, Fire Station 100. In Orlando, there's North Orlando SDA Church, Caribbean Sunshine Bakery in Orlando, that's on Colonial Drive, Loving Arms Ministry, Silver Star Christian Church. Those are all in Orlando. Philadelphia, Besco Shippers, that's on Baltimore Ave. True United Church on Old York Road. And then there's different ways to get in contact with them. There's a bunch. That's just a quick whatever. And then in Atlanta, there's a bunch of places in Atlanta too that are taking donations. Delta Airlines, in College Park, where is that? You're gonna talk to Miss Eunice Rashford. Caribbean International Shipping Services, drop-off locations. Tasty Spoon Jamaican Restaurant, Ariman Cafe, on Peachtree Parkway in Norcross. World Life International Church of God, that's in Lawrenceville Highway, that's in Tucker. In Stone Mountain, Caribbean Life TV. NNS Caribbean Market, that's in Hampton, Georgia. Like, I'm gonna be posting these on my story, and I'll try to add them to the end of this video also, so you can see them if you're watching. Oh, and for the people listening, there's video. But yeah, and since I am in the Westmoreland groups, because I was looking for somebody in Westmoreland, I came across a couple people that were like posting about scam numbers. So if you are looking for people in Westmoreland or anywhere else and these 5 phone numbers reach out to you, these are being updated daily, by the way, like it's ridiculous. But 876-419-7989 and 876-423-2176. Those 2 numbers, as far as they've learned, are pretending to be Calvin, which is one of the group admins. And then there's someone else pretending to be Dwayne, who is the group admin. That phone number is 419-8008 and another 419-7907. There's another number that's trying to get people's information. Their number is 431-3300. And on one hand, it's kind of like you want to be wary, but you want all hands on deck. But like, some people are gathering this information and they're going to these places and God knows what they're doing, because Danga Alan Bambu, they're robbing people as they're going through to try to get relief to the people who need help. People are showing their true nature during this time. That's all I'm gonna say. People are truly showing their true nature during this time, and it's really sad, because I understand a lot of people need help. I'm not gonna say we all need help right now. A lot of people need help, and the way I process things, if you are not one of the people that needs immediate, urgent, emergency help, you should be in a position to help those. Like, if you're not, going to work because you have to work, because in some other parts of the country, it's business as usual. People still have to go to work. So if you're not doing any of that and you're in an area that was affected and you don't have to go to work, you're not in school a year, but why aren't you helping with the relief? You're able-bodied, you're robbing people. Like, they're giving out the food. It's not like, well, some people are saying that they're, discriminating against constituencies because of the political party, which is ridiculous. But I'm hoping that's not the reason why my poor little Westmoreland is being ignored. But I am very, 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 very wary of some of the aid that I've been seeing and how it's been distributed. And it's no diss or to say ignore anything like that to any of the other parishes, but my primary focus is Hanover and Westmoreland, heavy on Westmoreland, because like, I'm not hearing nothing out of Westmoreland. Like, I'm not hearing anything out of Westmoreland. Like, I'm seeing people looking for people in Westmoreland, like I said earlier, but like, and I did see a post that Icon Megastore in Paradise, Westmoreland, every day for the month of November, they're giving out free meals. So shout out to World Central Kitchen. They are working. Like, World Central Kitchen, they are working. They're giving out free meals. Again, this is at Icon Megastore. Their address is 1 Paradise Road in Paradise, Westmoreland. free meals for the whole month of November. Don't know if that's going to be extended further down, but as of right now, it's for the whole month of November. And also, they are seeking volunteers. Where is this something? I'm looking through my notes, guys. Bear with me. Yes. So World Central Kitchen needs volunteers for the field kitchen in Montego Bay, the convention center. If you or anybody you know can assist, please do. The volunteers are being asked to present food handler's permit because you want people who know how to handle food to handle it. You don't want just anybody, because we're not trying to increase, health risks or anything. If you're in the process though of getting a food handling permit, like you're waiting for the test date and you have a receipt and can present the receipt, they will be able to accept that as well. But yeah, this is at the Montego Bay Convention Center. They have a field kitchen and they are looking for volunteers. Okay. I've also seen, which I need to verify, I'm not 100% sure, that the customs relief window has been extended to the end of December, in an effort to, get more aid and not bankrupt the people that are trying to help. In addition to that, JetBlue is allowing the first 2 check bags for flights through November 28th, 2025, up to 50 pounds. They're waiving the fee. So there's a baggage fee waiver for the first 2 check bags for flights through Friday, November 28, 2025. Overweight and oversized bag fees still apply. It has to be up to 50 pounds. So your first 2 check bag, they're waiving the fee for that. JetBlue. I don't know what other airlines are jumping on board with that, but as of right now, beginning October 25th, if you already paid for your check bags on a flight covered by the Hurricane Melissa fee waiver, you can request a refund for those. So beginning October 25th. So if you book your flight and you fly from October 25th or whatever, and you paid for your bags, you can request a refund for those fees. You can contact them via chat on jetblue.com if you have questions about eligibility or request a refund. So, and this is actually coming from an email from JetBlue, and I actually had someone verify who works with JetBlue. So, because I saw this and I was like, wait, this real? Because I was looking on their Instagram, I didn't see nothing about it, and I was like, sounds too good to be true. I don't want to put this out there and it's not factual. So I waited on that before I actually, Also, donation sites in Jamaica. There are places in Jamaica that are accepting donations also. I don't know all of them, but I did come across Just Peachy, because I'm obsessed. And they are accepting food, clothes, and personal item donations to aid with the Hurricane Melissa relief efforts. If you do so with Just Peachy JA, you will get a 15% off all appointments. So you look at wax and ting, and you look at you bring your donations. You can contact them at JustPeachyJA2. Everything is spelled properly, so JustPeachyJA2. And this is going to segue into, before I get to that, KFC is giving away free meals in Sav. KFC in Sav Lamar, they're giving away free meals. Don't know how long that's lasting, but last I heard, yes. Also, persons trying to locate their family members if you are abroad or within the country, because people in the country are also not able to get in contact with their relatives in the country. Text Zip FM text line to send out a SOS message, because even though they don't have no power, some of these people in the rural areas, they have battery operated radios, because my grandmother is one of them. The phone number is 876-574-5591. Okay, that's Zip FM. It's a text line, SOS message for persons trying to locate their family members and loved ones. The phone number again is 876-574-5591. All right, you can text them and say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ. Right, they say. Also, the JetBlue thing is for both Kingston and Montego Bay Airport. Okay, again, that is until November 28th. All right, so hopefully they extend it, because it's just November now. Like, give it till the end of the year, no man, at least. Excuse me. And then there's a request for small truck owners in the West. Who is this? I don't even know who's actually orchestrating this, but the notice says we're seeking small delivery truck operators in Santa Cruz and Savlamar areas to assist with aid distributing from main collection points inland to community locations. So they need people to drive from the main hub where they're doing the food and the packaging and everything to drive it into the communities that need the aid. The work includes moving relief supplies from staging points to inner community areas. Distribution costs will be paid for by sponsors through Zuki Truck Services Limited. So I guess that's who orchestrating this. If you own or operate a small delivery truck and are able to assist, please contact them via WhatsApp. Their phone number is 876-383-3777. Only for 7, that's enough. Good luck. I like that. So again, the phone number is 876-383-3777 or 876-470-9777. All right. So 876-470-9777 or 876-383-3777. So bring your truck, good vibes, and come help out the people them. All right. There are quite a few. If folks are not aware, there are quite a few ways to get aid in finding your loved ones. There's group chats. There's WhatsApp group chats. Be mindful of those. If someone is asking you to pay to join pay to join a group chat to find your loved ones, please. I know desperate times, desperate measures. Don't do that. Okay. There are free WhatsApp groups. One of the ones I'm in is a Westmoreland Hurricane Melissa relief group. They have a WhatsApp group that is separated by what is it called? Like communities. So it's East, West, North, and South Westmoreland, and then you can join whichever group within that your relatives are in. There's a Google Doc that you're required to fill out if you need aid, because you're not going to message the direct the admin. The Google Doc, you're going to require to put the person you're looking for. I'm not sure if it has age on there, but the person you're looking for, their government name, as well as what they're called. So say it's me, you're going to look for Pointless Talks, but my real name is Janae. Yeah, you're going to do that. My age, it's rude to ask a lady's age. And then you're going to put where they live. And on a drop-down form, it tells you to put the parish. It's Westmoreland for this one specifically, and then it's going to ask you to choose like the district. So Westmoreland, you say Grange Hill, and then you say Church London or Peggy Barry or Crowd or Crosway. Like you put that, and that's the breakdown. Or you choose Darlaston and say I look for Macfield, or it based on where the people live. And then it has a field where you can add photographs of the people also. And something else, I can't remember because I filled it out when I was looking. And then once I was able to locate my grandma, I wrote the admin. I was like, hey, found her. Thank you so much. But back to that though, I found her using the power of social media. The power of social media. Somebody on TikTok, a couple people on TikTok, and someone on Twitter DM'd me and was like, hey, is this so-and-so? And they called her not by her real name, but like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's so-and-so. And then, we, and then, now we're here. But with that being said, that's one of the main things that drove me to be like, okay, Janae, pick up the mic. Because as I've been saying since the beginning of this podcast, visibility is vital. Visibility is vital. You can think everybody knows and everybody's aware, but you don't really know until you know. And like, unless you put it out there, you don't know for sure that people are aware. So this is where it's at. That's why I'm saying I'm calling attention to Westmoreland. Call me a Westmoreland warrior, call me a Grange Hill gangster. Like, yes, y'all are gonna get sick of hearing about it until I'm seeing the efforts that are being extended in other places. Because yes, there were, actually no, because I heard of fatalities in Westmoreland also, not in the areas that I was focusing on originally, but there are still people that are homeless because of this. There are people that don't have clothes because of this. There are people who, even if their house is still standing, the roof gone. And even if their house is still standing and they have the roof, they don't have water, they don't have power, they're running low on food. I literally had to have somebody stop what they were doing and go into the town to bring food for my grandma. Like, what? And no one has made it there yet. Like, still 7 days later, you know what I'm saying? And there's enough of us to aid all of these places if we know what's going on. Like, there are so many people across the island who are still carrying on their regular lives. And not to say that you're supposed to stop your life and whatever, but like, who want to help but don't know what to do, where to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose of this episode. And probably the next, God, you know how many episodes after this, because the people need to know that these are the ways that they can help. And there are some people who are currently 7 days in, have not stopped moving because of survivor's guilt. And they're like, oh my God, I was spared, whatever. And I'm going to say this because I had to have this talk with myself. You are doing enough. You are donating your time. You're donating your effort. You're donating your platform. You're donating. Okay, whether it's clothes, food, a retweet, a share, a post, a drive down the street, a bag of rice, some canned goods, you are helping. And I don't want anyone to diminish their efforts and make that be a cause for them to overwork themselves and end up in a place where they end up sick because of this, or burnout. Because somebody said something about Andrew Holness the other day, because the man got on the ground moving, and you can say what you say about him, you can feel how you feel about him. The man got on the ground and he was moving immediately. Empty bag can't stand up. Empty bag cannot stand up. Just like they say you can't pour from an empty cup, the same goes with help. The same goes with relief. Like, you have to be able to unplug at some point or another. You have to be able to rest, because rest is recovery. Like, you have to be able to let the guilt sit down. You know what I'm saying? Look the guilt in the eye and say, hey, bro, we're doing something. Even if you decide, I'm going to take an hour, 2 hours to myself and unplug from all, because it's been a lot. Especially if you're in Jamaica, like, it has been a lot. I'm not in Jamaica, and I don't really too like to talk about what I'm doing for people, but I have been moving nonstop. I made a tweet the other day before it got to where it is now. I was like, what am I, the fucking liaison for Jamaica? And apparently I am, because the amount of people that have gotten in contact with me to reach out to people to find out how people are doing, whether in my family or complete strangers. And I'm like, okay, I'm being put in this position for something, but I have to prioritize my own mental health, my own emotional health, my own physical health. Dog, let me check the fucking calendar. When was it? Thursday the 23rd, when I think that's when reality hit me that it's going to be a category 5 storm hitting Jamaica. Because, from we look a bit weird about Gilbert, and then Andrew came after that. But Gilbert, they made a song about Gilbert. Gilbert reigns supreme. And they're talking about how it is going to be way more catastrophic. And I'm like, in my 30-odd years, I'm telling y'all my age, I've never heard anything like this happening to Jamaica. And Ivan, listen, as the daughter of a farmer, Ivan did some work to Jamaica as far as I saw. Amongst other things, Beryl came last year, and I'm just like, from literally Thursday the 23rd, when I tell you something I worry, like, I literally lost 5 pounds. Like, I'm not even lying to you. I literally lost 5 pounds. Like, I couldn't sleep properly through the night. Like, I would wake up and just be like wondering, like thinking about stuff. I had no appetite. And then make it worse, when the hurricane actually reached, dog, like, when somebody did I try to wall it, like, I was having an anxiety-ridden day leading up until the point where it touched land, right? And I was texting my little sister, and then she went offline, was sending her a little credit from Monday night, say, hey, you should be good till at least the next week, because, For those who know, I have been laid off since the beginning of this year. So I'm just, life, I go on with me, I will. And I was like, bro, I'm going to send you what I can now. She actually had I'm not going to talk about her business like that, but a lot has been happening. A lot has been happening this year, right? And I'm like, I'm going to send you a credit or whatever. You should be good for the next week. And fucking Dutty and Digicel dropped the ball. Digicel dropped the ball because before the hurricane even hit, service start move shaky, right? When the hurricane hit and the people them that had service were recording and posting, I lost it. I completely lost it because all I'm thinking of is, bro, I'm thinking about the hurricanes I've lived through because I lived in Florida for 20 years. I've seen hurricanes firsthand. I've seen damage to homes. I've been in homes that have been damaged to hurricane. So I know, and it's different when you've lived through it. And then I'm thinking about the size of Florida and the size of Jamaica. And I'm like, category 5 though? Like, we look about with Talawa, but Jesus, listen, I lost it. And then I was trying to text my dad and he wasn't responding. Well, it wasn't delivering. Shambles, right? So I don't even know how I got here. Y'all know my brain. But anyways, all of that happened, whatever. Flo, big up you. Big up you. I realized I've been drinking from my Flo bottle from before this even happened. Like a lemon water. Big up you, Flo, because and such. We're gonna call them Leon Musk. Leon Musk. That's as far as we're going with that. Starlink. If you don't know what Starlink is, Starlink has been helping Jamaicans stay connected throughout this storm. And I will give instructions on how to connect if you have not yet been able to. So it says emergency messaging powered by Starlink that connects if regular mobile. So if you have an iPhone, you open the settings and you tap on cellular. You're going to change the cellular data options, select voice and data and choose LTE, VoLTE on, and then your Flow Starlink network will be active, right? I've heard that it might work with Digicel, but I've only seen, most of the people that were saying anything about Starlink were people who had Flow. If you have an Android, you're going to open your settings app, tap on network and internet or connections, and then tap mobile network. You might need to select your SIM card first if you have a dual SIM phone, and then toggle VoLTE calls or enhance 4G LTE mode. Switch the on position, and then your Flow Starlink network will be active, right? I know a lot of people have been utilizing that to get in contact. I know in Sterling, there were some people that were going down to Belle Isle because they had a Starlink hotspot or something like that in the area. But boy, I never thought I'd see the day when it would be Flow. Like I'm so surprised, right? But anyways, what is this? There's incident form by the JDF also. If you or anyone you know has been injured or is injured, there is a Hurricane Melissa incident form where you can fill out, so it they will prioritize those responses accordingly. Other relief efforts, because we're gonna circle it back, because the point of this podcast was to spread awareness about queer Caribbean culture, and that is not lost on me. That has not changed. There are queer Caribbean organizations in Jamaica. Those of you who've listened should know about Transwave JA and Equality JA. They are raising funds to aid the LGBTQIA plus community in Jamaica. Equality JA has a fund goal of $20,000, which honestly, I don't think is enough. I think that's a good place to start, but that is where they are. They last time I checked, they were halfway, well, no, almost halfway to their goal. I didn't check before I started recording, but there is a goal of $20,000 for the donations. Transwave JA is also raising funds. Their goal is $30,000. And when I checked, they were almost halfway as well. Connect JA is also raising funds. I don't see a goal on here, but this goes without saying. Yes, there are shelters in Jamaica. Some of the shelters were damaged during the hurricane, and despite everything that has happened to Jamaica, there are still people that are very ignorant, and because of this, people in our community do not feel safe going to these shelters. Whether trans, gay, lesbian, bi, etc., they do not feel safe going to these shelters for obvious reasons. So it is in my best interest to spread awareness for that, because they need the help. Just like everybody else in Jamaica needs help. Yes, there's a target audience here that I'm speaking on. They need the help. They need the donations. Outside of the main Jamaican donation, I more than likely will not promote any other donation links unless it's like a person that I physically, like I actually know and know that they need help. But it's either supportjamaica.gov.gm or one of the organizations I just listed, Transwave JA, Equality JA, Connect JA. Like, these are organizations that I've been talking about on the podcast for years, because they have been in the community helping and spreading awareness and protecting our LGBTQIA people for years. They're the ones that, they put on Pride. They have events. They had a Halloween masquerade donation party the other night. And oh God, I said I wasn't gonna do this. But they need help. Like, the whole island needs help, but I don't want queer people under the queer umbrella to be forgotten in this. I don't want them to be looked over. I don't want them to be bypassed, because they are Jamaicans too. Like, if you at the end of the day, the same efforts that we're putting in to rebuild, it needs to be spread evenly across all that have been affected. Point blank, period. Like, there's no if, but, or what about it. Like, it needs to be spread equally across the country. Everybody who has been affected needs to have the same level of urgency as far as respect. I mean, of course, there's some people that there are emergency, I don't want to use that word, incidents that have occurred. Some people have been injured because of what happened during the hurricane. There are people that have been injured after, people who have fallen sick because of the conditions after the hurricane. Like, rain is still falling, because realistically it's going on. Like, it's still technically hurricane season. But yeah, so they need help. You can find the links to all these donation sites on their respective Instagrams. I will put the links in the description of the show, also this episode, and probably all of them moving forward for donations. Again, it is Transwave JA. That's TRANSWAVE JA, Equality JA, EQUALITY JA, and Connect JA, CONNEK JA. Yeah. So cash aid for on Connect JA, so it says they're mobilizing to send direct zero barrier cash aid straight to the most impacted, organized by queer Jamaicans for queer Jamaicans in collaboration with Connect JA, Sapphic JA, Raga NYC, Black Trans Travel Fund, with Altan Bad. It's a few people that have been actively spreading awareness and doing things for the community that came together to collect donations. But yeah, these are the only people that I'm going to be like I said, other than people that I know for sure that you will see me promoting, like a GoFundMe link or any other donation link. There's the main one. What is it? Support. Where did it go? Yeah, supportjamaica.gov.jm. And sadly, there were a bunch of websites that looked like that were collecting donations on behalf of, Melissa Relief or whatever, that were scam. And it's like, now is not the time, dog. Like, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Like, why are you scamming people out of money? And it's our own people doing it too. Like, why? Excuse me. But yeah, so those are the organizations and websites that you can donate to. And I feel like if you're listening to this podcast, you should be donating to the LGBTQIA plus organizations more so than anything, because everybody's donating to support Jamaica. Shout out to them. But for the people them who are bigoted and whatever and have whatever qualms, we also need help. The queer community also needs help. The trans community also needs help. The bi, the lesbian, the gay, like, they all need help right now as well, and may be overlooked for obvious reasons. So these organizations are in place to ensure that they are not forgotten. But again, also in conjunction with that, back to Westmoreland, because Westmoreland, Hanover also, but Westmoreland. I've been seeing too that a lot of people are seeing bees, like, more so than ever. As the daughter of a beekeeper, I am here to tell you, if you are seeing a lot of bees and if you are able to, please cut some fruits and leave it out. They are little to no flowers, so there's nothing for them to eat. And they are a huge part of our ecosystem. So it is imperative that we keep them alive. Put out cut fruit if you have any that you can spare. Honey, if you have any that you can spare. You can put out sugar water and glucose. I saw some people say they put like sticks or stones in the sugar water so the bees can have something to land on. In my experience, the sugar water might cause alternative effects on your honey over time. It will eventually crystallize because of the sugar. But if that's all you have, then put it out. Like, we're not going to be picky right now, but I'm just saying, in order of like best to least, like, if you have all of them, put out the fruit. If you're able to spare any fruit, cut piece of fruit. You're gonna eat some mango, put piece out for the bees. If you're gonna eat an orange, put piece out for the bees. Piece of apple, put piece out. You know what I'm saying? I saw some people on Twitter saying that they put out some sugar water and the bees like swarm it instantly. Put it out, please, because we need the bees. We do need the bees. Okay. What else was on here? Some of the things, medical supplies. I see a lot of people requesting like clothes and non-perishables. Jamaica needs medical supplies also. So cotton, gauze, micropore tape, wipes, tongue depressors, rubbing alcohol, Savlon, gloves, sterile and unsterile, dressing sets, soap to wash hands, so antibacterial soap and regular soap, water, of course, saline, syringes, needles, scalpel blades, empty gallon bottles, blood glucose monitors, crepe bandages, bleach, basins, pails, antibiotics, cough medicine, like hand sanitizer. There's a bunch of things that Jamaica needs right now. Like, it's a lot. But yes, also, like, again, hand sanitizer, antibacterial soap like Dettol, rubbing alcohol, bleach, things that you would think of when you think of like, oh shit, somebody got a cut, oh shit, it's dirty, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Because on top of, you know, needing clothes and non-perishables and noodles and tarpaulin, oh yes, tarpaulin, power banks, flashlights, batteries, generators, like hygiene, sanitary napkins, hygiene products. Like, I guess we're giving them clothes and food, but menstruation does not stop for a natural disaster. Sadly, you know? So diapers for babies, you know, like, don't forget the plus size girlies or males. You know, we want to make sure that no one is forgotten in these efforts. And oh, I forgot to mention, there's a couple places where you can drop off in Kingston. Barbican Road, shop number 3 was at KW Bloombox. They're accepting donations at Progressive Shopping Center. And Creative Building Finishes, 5 Red Hills Road, Kingston. There's a bunch of places, okay? A bunch of places are accepting donations. If you're able to hear this, you might be able to go online. If you're able to go on social media and look up donation locations, do so. Oh, there's an update. Sorry, I thought I put my phone on D&D, but there's a Starlink is now available at Jabna Christian Academy on Sterling Main Road in Westmoreland, Sterling Grange Hill. But yeah, it's a lot, and I'm sick of people just talking about the 3 areas of Westmoreland. So I'm going to highlight some other places in Westmoreland that also need help. So Savtown, so Savlamar, Whithouse, White House. I actually don't know which one it is, because I've always heard Whithouse, but then I saw them write it down. I was like, White House? I saw it name? I didn't know. Little London, Burnt Savannah, and then also, you know, Grange Hill, Petersfield, and Darlaston. And there are districts within those places that need help, okay? Like I said earlier, from what I've heard, Church Lincoln needs a lot of help rebuilding. I haven't heard of any fatalities in Grange Hill. So at this point, they need power, they need infrastructure help, they need food, they need water. Okay, the power we can't really do nothing about. JPS I do what I do, but they need supplies, they need food, they need water. Okay, bring tarpaulin, because a lot of the people them roof flew away, and it's not funny, but it's funny with the amount of people who learned that the word is not tarpaulin because of this. It's tarpaulin. It's tarp in America, tarp. But yeah, tarpaulin. The people them need tarpaulin. I see some people were loading out and buying a whole bunch of tarpaulin. And also, I just thought about something. Considering Western Union is not fully functioning throughout the island, buy it the wholesale. Go to the local stores in Jamaica. If you know people who have like e-banking or who are able to receive electronic funds through Western Union or MoneyGram, whichever, or you can send the money directly to your debit card, tell them to go into the town or into wherever there's open and purchase supplies there and send it. People are sending down barrels and pallets and things like that, you know, through these donation sites overseas. Shout out to everybody who literally came together and was like, okay, within 7 days, we have gotten millions of dollars in donations from organizations, countries, teams. People are sending in their private jets. Shout out to the Jamaican celebrities who are able to rally up their people and come in. Ramich is doing a lot. Shaggy, Sean Paul, like, that's not everybody. It's just the first people that came to my mind. But there's, you know, a lot of people that are doing the work. They're on the ground. Like, yeah. And also, people, just because people aren't talking about what they're doing does not mean that they're not doing anything. Not everybody wants the praise and recognition. They just want to do the work. So be mindful when you start cuss people and say, oh, you big up Jamaica, you wagwan all the time or whatever. You don't know that. Okay, before you start cuss the people them, just extend a little bit of grace. Say that maybe they are and they're just so busy doing it that they don't have time to sit there and account for, oh, I went to this parish and donate this, or I opened my bank book and did this. Like, yes, we're still telling people open up on a purse, open up on a wallet, open up on a bank book. Like, yes, we're still telling them to, but we're not going to assume that because we don't know that it's not happening. Okay, they don't have to loud it up. As long as they're giving from their heart, that's all that matters. I'm hoping I covered everything I wanted to today. It's the first episode back there. I did see a post about free therapy and support sessions across Southwest St. Elizabeth. And, they're also doing package distribution. I saw, was it Hope Beyond Melissa? So free community therapy support session. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm sure we can find it online. But it says there's going to be licensed psychologists, counselors, and trauma specialists. Oh, was that just for a day? I don't like that. Was that just for one day? There was a couple locations. But no, Jamaica really needs some therapy though. The people them who actually, first of all, thinking about the schoolers, right? The one them who like started university or whatever it was, who were going to school during COVID, had to do the at home something. And now this, the people them who lived through Gilbert and Andrew and like had to rebuild so many times. And I honestly feel like this hurricane though is gonna force us to build back better, because now we're seeing what can happen, and it's gonna put us in a position to do the best we can to not have people be displaced like this again in the future because of a natural disaster. And people, please don't sell your land. I understand there are going to be people that are offering you money for the betterment of Jamaica. I don't think it's in our best interest to sell our, especially if it's people that have had the land for years, like decades in your family, and you live there for how long. I understand it's tiring and it's a little bit defeating, but don't do it. Don't do it. And more importantly, do not donate to the Red Cross. I've been seeing people trying to share. Do not donate to the Red Cross. Do not donate to the Red Cross. Do not donate to the Red Cross. Do not. No, the record no skip. Do not donate to the Red Cross. Don't do it. Don't send them one bumbleclot red cent. Do not donate to the Red Cross. When I tell you do not donate to the Red Cross, don't donate to the Red Cross. Do not donate to the Red Cross. Do not. Okay. All right. Only hear me say, do not donate to the Red Cross. I saw a post, someone said, they only built like 10 houses. The community note said they actually built 6. What? When they sent the money to relief for Haiti when the hurricane. Don't piss me off. That's not what this is about. But yes, again, Transwave JA, Equality JA, Connect JA. Donate to the people that are on the ground helping the LGBTQIA people of Jamaica that have been displaced, that have been negatively affected by this hurricane. Okay? You donate food, you donate clothes, you donate sanitary napkins, medical supplies, your time, your efforts, your consideration. Donate your funds if you are able to. But again, like I said earlier, if you are not in a position to financially assist, simply sharing this post, sharing many other posts, sharing from their pages, telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, share it to your story, repost it. Like, donating your time and your platform to spread awareness is helping, because you never know who your audience is. You never know who in your audience is going to be able to open up their wallet, open up their cupboard and send it. Somebody made a post that said, them clothes that you said you're gonna fit soon, donate those. And don't send people them the old broke. I know beggars can't be choosers, but nobody is begging. Nobody's begging. Nobody is in a position. No, like, if you don't want to wear it, dash it away. Like, if it look like dash it. Don't listen. Please do not be disrespectful in this. If you're gonna donate from the kindness of your heart. Donate in the manner that you would want people to donate for you within your means. Okay, I'm not telling nobody if you go bankrupt, but donate the way that you can. Like I said, it could be your time, it could be your platform. It does not have to be solely monetary or physical, because spreading awareness goes along. Like I said, I literally posted, all right, backstory. Heard from my grandma Tuesday morning before the hurricane, like, didn't hear nothing again from that. And Okay. Lady's 86 years old. She live in a board house. Granted, the back part isn't, but the front part, so it's a board. Floor and everything. I start, like, the worry starts settling in for real Friday night. I made a TikTok post Friday night, started getting contacted her about her Saturday, and was able to get in touch with people in her neighborhood by Saturday night within 24 hours. Next morning, I had eyes on her house. By the following morning, and seeing her house was enough for me. And then the neighbor them saying that, oh, only parts of the roof fly away, right? I was like, okay, so she in the house and she all right. I actually had somebody went to the house and call out, and she responded to them, but they really couldn't hear her because whatever. But got in contact with the neighbors. Everybody said she all right and what's going on with who and what. And next morning, they called mommy and everything was cool. Within 48 hours of one post on social media, completely free, I was able to locate my girl. Somebody who I've never seen or spoken to in my life was able to contact me based on the information. And I personally advise that if you're going to reach out to people about getting help, if you're going to make a post, I wouldn't say putting all the information out, but at least put a picture of the person. If you can't tell by the picture how old they are, you can put that. This Listen, the parish they live in, the major city or whatever, and the district. So if, for example, they live in Westmoreland, right? They live in Westmoreland and they live in Little London, right? You would put, yes, I'm looking at my list. Put Mango Hall, Bay Road, Old Hope, New Hope, Broughton, McNeilin, Moreland Hill, Little Bay, Long Pond Pen, right? And that's also what you would put on the Westmoreland relief form. The um I don't want to say rescue because they're not rescuing necessarily, but like if you can't find your relatives and you're filling out that form, that's one of the things that you're gonna put, right? If you're putting it on social media, this is also important because like I said, the power of social media, you don't know who you're gonna reach. Um I'm not gonna go through this whole, it's a lot. It's a whole list and I'm gonna post it at the end. This I'm definitely posting at the end of the video. If you have relatives in any of the Westmoreland districts or anything, let me know. Let me know because I don't think Westmoreland is getting enough attention. I feel like a lot of the attention is going to Sav and Mobe. Not even St. James, bro. Not even, shouldn't even say Sav, St. Elizabeth. Sav too, like as far as Westmoreland goes, Sav is getting a lot of attention. St. Elizabeth is getting a lot of attention, and Mobe specifically. Not even the rest of St. James. And I have somebody who is actually working with St. James also because they have people in St. James. But yeah, I mean, I have people in St. James too, but they're doing efforts throughout Kingston and they're doing a lot of back and forth. But yeah, this episode is a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. But again, Transwave JA, Equality JA, Connect JA, donate to the people who are for the people, the LGBTQIA plus Jamaican people. Um, out of many, we are one people. So please treat each other like they are your neighbor that you actually like. Please, please, me I beg or no. Like, stop trying to look people who are actually trying to do something good. Like you're distracting from the cause. And I say that based on my own experience and experiences of other women who I've spoken to who have been trying to help people locate their loved ones or who are looking for their own loved ones. Like how somebody make a post saying them I look for somebody with them love and them can't find and you're in their messages. I try to look them. You came across their page because they're trying to find somebody and y'all try to look them. Seek help. Seek help. And you're trying to get engagements on your social media. Listen, if you are not helping, you're standing in the way. If you're reaching out to someone who is seeking help or who is trying to help, and your effort in reaching out to them is not to add to that help, you're standing in the way. So please either move out of the way or join the fucking line and help the people that need it. That's literally it. Okay? All right. Well, you know what time it is. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. So again, Westmoreland need help. Anova need help. Trelawney need help. Okay. Um, Saint Anne also needs help. Honestly, a lot of places need help. The farmers need help. The farmers need help. Listen, my father sent me a picture at the farm. He didn't even send me all the pictures that he was gonna take. He stopped because he started getting emotional. And if you know my father, the man said the farm looked like when him just buy, and the farm has been his for longer than I've been alive. The pictures I saw, the tree didn't blow down, and what didn't blow down was uprooted. The farmers need help. Okay, um, import fees are gonna be a bitch, and support the local farmers. If you can go help the local farmers, go help the local farmers. If it's to help build back trees or to harvest what it didn't get blown off or damaged or whatever, go help the local farmers, please. Okay? Um yeah, I think that's about all I have. I think I've said that like 3 times already. Let me make sure I go through. So I talked about the Westmoreland WhatsApp group, and there are WhatsApp groups I believe for other um parishes. I'm not familiar with them. I don't know which one is legit and which one isn't, but please do your research before you start sending people the addresses and things like that of your loved ones. Please, please. And I hate that I have to say that because people during this time you would think they would, you know, not be trying to take advantage of those in need, but unfortunately human nature, I guess. But yes, if you are abroad and you want to donate, you can donate again your time, your funds, resources. For the people who are going to Jamaica, don't let this be a fucking trip to have fun. You can make fun in donating, but don't go to Jamaica trying to go to the beach, okay? Go to Jamaica trying to help build something, trying to feed somebody, trying to locate people. Be a resource, not a liability. That's literally it. What else did I get? Yep, the Google Doc, the incident form, LGBTQIA. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, donation needs that. Yep. What is this? UE. Oh, donate blood. Donate blood. If you are not severely anemic, donate blood. There's a farming community in Woodsville, Andover that are requesting assistance. Their crops have been destroyed. They need food, water, assistance with shelter urgently. Help needed in Andover. Please. Donate blood. Donate blood. Donate blood. Donate your time. Donate medical supplies, clothes, food. Donate to the LGBTQIA plus community. And, just like everything we do here at Pointless Talks, Pointless Corner, Pointless Creates, whether you got here on purpose or by fate, thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode of the Pointless Talks podcast. Walk good. Yeah?